Hey YouTube, got another video here for you. I want to talk about why not to buy a Dodge Ram. The trucks have lots of problems. You know, as you can see, it's a nice truck. We bought it for $1,800 with the motor blown in it. The guy had a ton of receipts in there for work that he did, including rear axle seals and bearings, front ball joints, you know. So we figured it was a good deal. It's got new tires on it. And we ended up putting a used motor in it. You know, we got it for $350, so probably got like $2,500 into the whole truck, you know, with all the gaskets and everything like that. This is actually my girlfriend's truck. And it's a 99 Ram 1500, 360, and tons of problems with these things. Probably, I guess, start off from the front. The bumpers here. These clips like to break back here. That's really common. The headlights faded really bad, so we put aftermarket on it. And then the intakes, plastic intake housings, those like to break on them. This was already on there when we purchased it. Heaters are junk. I actually learned this from a video. I'd like to thank GE Ram. He's got a video on YouTube here showing how to fix the heaters. So I ended up doing that and it seems to be working. Intakes, they have a plenum gasket in there that likes to go out, and it'll puddle oil down in the intake, and you can open the throttle and look down in there. If you see a lot of oil, chances are you probably need that plenum gasket. You know, bad heaters. This one, this brake unit here, I think that's bad. We'll get a random light coming on for the ABS and the brakes, and I ohmed out all the ABS sensors, and those all seem to be the same. So I'm guessing it's that unit there. This thing here was using about a quart of oil a week. You know, just really bad oil consumption. And it's got all new gaskets. Actually got the engine painted the same color as the truck. I'm not sure if you can see it. You know, so it's not dripping oil. You know, doesn't have any oil leaks on it. The plenum gasket, I replaced that too when I had it apart. So I put some bars stop smoke in there, and that seemed to help for a while, but I just checked the oil again, and it was 3 quarts low. All the sensors on the throttle body, those seem to have problems too. A lot of guys end up having to take that throttle body apart and cleaning them up, you know, to keep the trucks running good. So just a few problems with the engine here. Another problem with the trucks is ball joints. Those like to go out on them, and you can tell by the wheels sitting in higher on the top and out farther on the bottom. This one has new ball joints on it, so you can't really tell. The steering on this thing is stupid. I tried adjusting the steering box, but it likes to grab whatever direction, you know. I heard there's something on the steering column there that likes to go loose, but I don't think that's it. It might be the panhard bar or one of the bushings on there. Transmissions, those like to go out a lot. The transfer cases I'm not sure of. This one actually got a spare engine sitting over there on deck, and a 318 with cracked head. The heads like to crack on these, and head gaskets like to go out. A lot of guys that I hear replace the head gaskets. Shortly after that, the engines like to go out. I'm not sure if that's how they're doing it. That's actually what happened to this truck. Is he took it to a repair shop and stuck a lot of money into it, you know, new ball joints, new seals, you know, new water pump, all kinds of things on there, and then the heads went out. He said he was out on a hunting trip with his son, and then the motor locked up. But when I got the truck back, it actually had a weak battery that wasn't kicking the starter hard enough to spin it over, and I got it started, but it was shaking and smoking really bad. The driver's seats like to rip on these things. Almost every Dodge I've seen has rips there. Cup holders like to break. Dashes like to crack. This one actually has a new dash in it. You know, but the airbag sits in there funny now. Rear ends seem to have problems too. I'm actually got two Dodge trucks and ended up parting them out. One of them was 95, and I think they ran that style from 94 to 97, and that one was actually, the frame was bent, so it was really close up here and farther away on the bottom. So I just ended up making a pickup box trailer out of that one. And I have another two-wheel drive extended cab with a 318 sitting outside. And that one actually had the thrust bearings out in it. So the crank, when it does start and you rev it up, the crank will move back and forth about a half an inch on it. Tailgates open hard on these trucks. The crank outside, I'll have to put that in another video. It's ridiculous how much it moves back and forth. You know, all the brake rotors on these things like to warp really easy too. That's another problem. But just figured I'd put a video out there if you're looking at buying a used truck. I mean, I'd probably look at other options than a Dodge. I got a 99 F-150 and it's always been a good truck. I use it a lot more than my girlfriend uses this truck here. You know, but way more problems with this thing. I always have it in my shop. She's probably going to be mad that I made the video. But if I missed anything or anybody knows what's possibly going on with the brake lights coming on randomly, comment below or message, like and subscribe.